Yep, just doing the daily double flush. I'm just starting this one up to get this one to order. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And just so it doesn't go over the lip. I'm just getting the sand saturated. Went over the lip, but it will stop fairly shortly. And then it goes through the cellulose, through the sand, and I'm waiting for it to hopefully eventually come out of the bottom of the pot, but so far nothing at the moment. So now we usually we worked out that it's what, 3.6 litres or something. So I'm doing a 25 count, which is basically half a milk bottle. What I'm going to do, yeah. 1, 4, 5, 6. Okay. So how many 6 cycles do I have to go until I get the sand saturated? If 25 counts is half a milk bottle, 6 3s are 18, 6 4s are 24. So I've got to have 4 of these to get to half a milk bottle, and it's 3.6 litres. Okay, so that's going to be 8, about 10 of these before the sand will actually start to run, if it's right. Okay, keep going, wait for a while. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, oh no, 8's too much to run over the edge. Once it gets going and the sand saturated, that will slowly sink down, and we'll get to a lip that's probably, it might be the same as that or slightly less, I don't know. Hopefully it'll be slightly less, but so we have more volume, we have more, as I said, the deeper the profile, the larger the zone for nitrification, if this is what's actually happening. So the chalk at the bottom of the profile is actually acting like one of the terminals of a battery and is driving a nitrification process. And that's why the sands over in WA are so absolutely smegging awesome, because when they're dry they're called the gutless sand, but when they're wet, and when you've got a sort of like a cycle of water flowing through it, or a double flush happening on a regular basis over there in swampy soils, or then if the theory is somewhat correct, it's you're going to have your your cycle of it's almost like forced nitrification. So yeah, you're actually driving it. It's powered, in other words. It's a bit like sacrificial anode in a way. Yeah, and the thing that's driving is the thing that the CPs don't like. So. And that's why it always has to occur on sandy soil, because that's the only real way you can get the insoluble chalk down to the bottom of the profile, is through a soil that allows it to move down due to infiltration. So maybe all this heavy pounding monsoonal rain at the beginning of the season, it has some function to actually get any chalk down the profile, get it going, so. But of course this is happening over many years, and in the most bushfire prone continent on the planet with the most CPs. Okay, a little bit more. A little bit more to get it flooded. This is what you got to do, fellas, to get these things, to learn and get going, get started. But everything so far seems to be pretty consistent, It hasn't started coming through the bottom yet, because we haven't got to the 3.6 litres. But then when we get to 3.6 litres, we should saturate the sand, and then it should start to flow. And of course, then it'll be somewhat microphilic to anaerobic, you see, and that's an environment where you can actually have nitrogen fixation, you see, as you learn from the legumes. That's why they need all that special those special iron complexes, because iron, like copper and a few others, are the only few things that can actually react naturally with the triple bonded nitrogen of the air. So and again, that's why you use iron for. If you've got like cyanide poisoning, you chug down a bit of iron sulfate very quickly, and you can actually save yourself, because it'll bind to that CN triple bond better than than anything else. So better than your body will. So you may be shitting out some rusty poos for the rest of the week or something, but at least you'll be alive. Too much, not quite, made it. Yeah. They don't call me Rimmer for nothing, no. It's a Red Dwarf joke. Red Dwarf reference joke. I'm barely a hologram now. I'm a fool myself now. Okay, we're getting there slowly, fellas. Whoop, too much. Yes. Well, when's it actually going to go? I've only got 4 more minutes on there. Jeez, I hope it'll saturate fairly shortly. Yeah, I hope you're counting these fellas. Still, it's not going down now. I think we've almost reached saturation, I think. Slowly going down now. So the next one, hopefully, it implies we're getting the saturation. See? It's going down much more slowly now with that one. So, okay. Now, if I just move this gobbly guts over slightly to this side, we'll get more on this side. And we should be able to, with the last few rays of the sun. Yeah. I think I'm teaching Gideon some bad habits here. Yeah, I'm teaching him bad. Yeah. Okay, so that's going to take longer to go down, and then it's going to saturate, and it should start coming through the bottom. Yeah, hopefully. We're getting there, very close, I think. So the sand should be somehow saturating now, and we should start to push it through fairly shortly. I don't really want to bang the bot just to make sure and slump the sand. Oh yeah, a little bit more on this side here. I think will be there. A little bit of gravitational pressure doesn't go straight. There we go. Oh, there we go. That's right on the money there, fellas. Right on the money. So hopefully that's 3.6 litres now, because we know that, because we tested it, didn't we? If you go back to all the clips, we worked that out. That's science for you, fellas. Reasonability, predictability, reproducibility, it's all science, fellas. And what do they say? If you can't measure something, and I think that's a little bit bullshit too, Just because you can't measure something doesn't mean you don't understand it. Yeah. 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 I'm trying to get into a coloured thing, like turquoise is opposite of brown, and you go brown, orange, yellow, white, yellow again. Are the two yellows the same? Green and blue, or turquoise. Yeah. And then you go black, purple, magenta, orange, yellow, and white. And that's a straight line, whereas the others are curved. So just because you can't measure it, doesn't mean you don't understand it. Maybe there's some chink in there for actually working out Mozart. Yeah, I don't know. just a thought that ran through my mind. You know, did he actually see in colour? Therefore, you never get a colour wrong. So if you never get a colour wrong, you never hit a wrong note in your entire life. If you can see the colour. Okay. Oh, I just wanted, you know, like purple and red a bit off-putting, and blue and purple a bit off-putting to a certain extent, and blue is sort of, they say, the opposite of red, but I think, what about blue and brown? Aren't they opposites too? So, we got two forms of opposite. Anyway, this is a tip that's about to run out, and we're losing the rays of the sun, as you do in the evening. Doesn't just magically come back, you know. And oh, the copper one here, yeah, that's yeah, I think it's going to do something, that's, fellas. I think so. I need to water my copper one, so let me see if I can get my water on there, get it going, as you do, for my 25 counts, and we'll saturate it. There we go, get it running through the pot when we get it going.